What if I told you you could radically change your life within the next 3 days, upgrade your mindset, and shift your reality into your most preferred experiences by doing exactly what I'm going to share with you in this video? So I'm going to present to you some Joe Dispenza and Neville Goddard gold. Dispenza, obviously more scientific, neuroscience, and consciousness, whereas Goddard is more into the esoterics, scripture, and the translation of deep knowledge. So the first thing I want to talk about within 3 days is changing your inner conversations. And before you click away, I'd really like you to understand the concept behind this, because you're having inner conversations with yourself right now, all day, every day, in secret, behind closed doors, away from the masses, away from people that you know, like, trust, and the other. And that inner conversation, the language you are using, is firing and wiring specific neural networks within your brain, and therefore creating an energetic signature in the field, the quantum field, that is drawing to you like for like experiences based on who you believe you are. So your inner conversations are so important. So you do these things, simple things I'm going to share with you for 3 straight days in secret, not sharing them with anyone else. So you begin to upgrade those neurons that are wiring and firing, and you move from fear-based survival thinking from the hindbrain, the limbic system, the animal brain, into the forebrain and other executive centers within your brain function, so that now you appear to the outside world as a different person because your inner conversations are different. So Neville often spoke about self-concept. And the self-concept is, imagine you're walking down the street, and in that moment, in that state of being, you are assuming yourself to be happy, fulfilled, wealthy, fit, alive. You are assuming that, and you believe that at the deep core of your being. Your whole neural network is wiring and firing that same signal because you are speaking the language of that reality. The outside world mirrors back to you what you've already affirmed within yourself. So you may see people smiling at you, engaging with you, saying that you look really well, or I haven't seen you in a while, what's changed? You look amazing. All this is a reflection back to yourself based on the inner conversations you are having inside. And within 3 days, you can upgrade your life astronomically. I know you can. My clients have done this. I have done this many times. Think about, for a moment, the conversations you're currently having, the conversations you're having within yourself. Life's hard, or I wish there was more money, or I want a pay rise, but the boss doesn't see me, or I'm not validated or seen or loved in my relationship, or there's not enough money in my bank account. Or contrary to that, there is all of those things, but I just want more. I want the deeper experiences. Start to write down 3 things that you are having conversations about consistently right now. Studies and research have proven that we run most often the same loop of conversations, the same thoughts, the same feelings, the same wiring and firing of neural networks within our body, which then sets off the same wiring within our nervous system. So we're moved from a sympathetic to a parasympathetic nervous system when we move our conversations from what we don't want to what we do want. So the sympathetic is often about survival. It's about high performance and those sort of things. Blood pressure is up, heart rate is up, focus and clarity can be up, but you are narrowband, you're focused the whole time. Sometimes it's often about threats. So I don't believe that I am safe. I don't believe that I'm fulfilled. I don't believe that I am fill in the dots. Okay, that's that inner conversation that is now expressing yourself as a being to the outside world, to the quantum field, and it has no choice under compulsion but to mirror that back to you. So you will get people that will invade your space, ask for more money, rip you off, maybe get a parking ticket, maybe you're not getting seen at work, or maybe you're not being seen by your lover, or whatever it may be, because that inner conversation that you're having with yourself is running typically from a sympathetic state. The parasympathetic is where you are breathing, you're in the present moment. Eckhart Tolle speaks very, very succinctly about this. The present moment contains all power. The present moment contains all aspects of you accessible to you through a higher state of consciousness, a higher state of personal awareness. When we start to match these three together, Dispenza, Goddard, and Toll, now you're starting to get a picture that what conversations I'm having with myself right now in this moment, strung together through a series of moments, gain strength. And now what I no longer give attention to in my inner conversations, I'm now pruning those neural networks and I'm wiring and firing new networks within the brain. I'm creating new chemical signatures within my biology and my neurology. And therefore, I'm creating a new energetic expression in the world that others must pick up and reflect back to you because it is becoming your prime operation within yourself, the prime conversation. So if you're still with me, type in neuro. Your inner conversations determine your destiny. Your inner conversations determine the reality that you experience. Inner conversations, like affirmations that say, I am getting better and better every day. That is a forward progressing affirmation. And it may feel good to you at the moment, but I'm getting better says to the nervous system, says to the field, the quantum field, as consciousness that you're not there yet. So if you want to move from where you are to where you prefer to be, you want life to shift dramatically for you, move from what you want to experience to what you are experiencing as your preferred. So I am strong. I am wealthy. I am whole. I am rich. I am abundant. And so now the I am, the great I am, is the God within you speaking into the world as itself transformed, speaking to the world as yourself transformed. I am already whole. I am grateful now. In the present, awareness of who you are being determines your reality. Who you be is what you experience as your reality. Type in reality if you're still here with me. So let's make it really, really simple. So the practice of 3 days, is monitor your inner conversations. Do them in secret. Don't tell anyone other than yourself. Change the language. You start to prune now. The pruning shears of desire, as Neville Goddard speaks of. You're pruning what you gave attention to through your inner conversations. And now you are activating those neural streams, those neural networks, and the consciousness of the identity that you prefer to be. So we prune one and we activate the other. This is about planting the seed in your subconscious. And if you haven't watched The Secret Language of Reprogramming Your Subconscious, then go and watch that. It's on my channel. Promise, it'll really help you. So for 3 days, shift who and what you are speaking to yourself as. You're shifting your identity. Do you need to look at beliefs? No, not in this state, because a belief is a thought and feeling repeated consistently over time creates a bundle, a neural bundle that is a belief. I have a belief within my nervous system. Think and feel through your inner conversations. I am already whole. I am this. And then go about embodying that throughout your day, observing how you interact with the world and the language that you're using internally. The language you're using internally is simple. It works out. Magic always happens. I am here in the present moment, observing myself and the conversations I'm having with myself. And then I'm observing reflections back to me from the outer world. Don't share it with anyone else for 3 days. This is how you program reality. This is how you shapeshift from one state of being to another state of being. This is how you move from one identity to another identity. So the one that is born into poverty is the one that can also rise to great wealth and fame. The one that has maybe some health issues is the one that is highly mobile, energized, and vital, and alive and free in their body, because you make a decision with your conversations. Maxwell Maltz had a great book, The Psycho-Cybernetics. It's a deep book, It can be a challenging read, but essentially, to cut it short, he basically said that no matter what plastic surgery he performed on his patients, if they didn't change the concept of themselves, what they now saw in the mirror reflected back to them was no different to how they viewed themselves prior to any procedure or medical intervention. So the inner conversation now reflects back to you. Try it for yourself for 3 days and report back here. Have great conversations with yourself. Practice. No one's going to do it for you. No one is going to do it for you. That's why you do it in secret. You do it behind closed doors, and you have this upgrade within yourself. It works. It works.